In the Philippines, a dance inspired by an ancient tradition is clicking to a different beat. The Philippines has a larger and more vigorous artistic community than any other Asian nation. It draws influences from the diverse cultural groups that exist within its community. And nowhere is this more visible than in Iligan City, the birthplace of the Singkil dance, an age-old tradition of the Maranao community. Located southeast of Manila, Iligan City is home to the ethnic Maranao community, which is well renowned for its intricate artworks, sophisticated weaving, as well as their epic literature. The Singkil is an ancient performance art that revolves around one of these literary tales from long ago. It is an indigenous formation dance which comprises of complex choreography that requires 3 dancers to step between 2 pairs of bamboos in synchronized movements. The Singkil is usually performed to entertain guests during festivities and also as part of celebrations at significant events such as weddings.
The Singkil comes from the term they use to describe their anklets around their legs when they jump in and out of the bamboos.
The Singkil is performed according to the Maranao epic, Darangan, by the Integrated Performing Arts Guild. It is a story that depicts the battle between arch-rivals Bantugan, who is the hero, and Salingnagao, the anti-hero, for Arakat Talawanan, the princess. The bamboo sequence of the performance is believed to have originated from the dance games of the Maranao children. Although its exact origins are not confirmed, it is thought to have been the source of Singkil. This dance game was later expanded to include folk stories to enhance the theatrics of the performance.
When you talk about an indigenous dance form, actually there is very little to do about structure. In other words, this is step 1, step 2, step 3, very little. There is very little that has to do with choreography. The concept of choreography is a concept that you have transferred to the stage. In other words, when one performs an indigenous dance, it can go on for hours and hours and hours without stop, without a beginning, without an end. Now that is the authentic quality.
Artistic director Stephen is extremely passionate about the indigenous art forms in the region. He has been involved in performance arts for more than 4 decades and has performed it around the world. In recent years, though, he has been mentoring the younger members of his troupe to master the techniques and to inject Filipino dance elements into the performance.
The Filipino dancing is different from the skills and techniques of Western or classical balletic dancing. For one, we are close to the earth. In other words, the movements and the biomechanics that we use are movements that tell that we are part of the earth. 2, 3. So what I'm trying to say is that the techniques that our indigenous people have been nurtured in, are techniques that relate to their lifestyle, meaning balancing, harmonizing with the earth, with water, rather than techniques that allow them to fly that allow them to go against gravity, the Cirque du Soleil type of technique.
John is one of the main performers in the group. He plays the role of the hero who rescues the princess from the villain. He has been training intensively for an upcoming performance, which the group has been hired for. The training is challenging. The performers not only have to get the timings right for the complicated choreography, but they are also required to act out scenes from the storyline. But the most challenging part has to be the sing-kill scene, where 3 actors are required to dance in step with the music, while skipping in and out of the clicking bamboo poles.
The hardest part is basically when dancing inside the bamboo poles. The clicking of the bamboo poles, and then there would be 3 of us, Bai Lawanin, my rival, the other one, my nemesis, and me. The 3 of us would go around with techniques as lifting our feet so that we would not be clicked in between the bamboo poles.
Despite the dangers involved in mastering the dance techniques, John is extremely excited about the upcoming performance and is eagerly looking forward to it.
I'll be performing, first time that I'll be performing in front of a Maranao community, and especially a Maranao wedding. And it's very crucial because they could somehow criticize instantly some nuances and some misinterpretations that are not appropriate in my character. So as a lead role also, I feel excited, and at the same time, I feel the rush of an tension in me.
It is the day of the performance that the group has been training for. They have been booked to perform at a wedding and have to make a short trip to the location with their props and costumes.
I feel tiny bits of butterflies in my stomach right now. I think with all the energy summed up, all of us performers, I think we'd go on for the success.
Decked out in traditional garments and props in vivid colors, the dancers begin the performance to the rhythm of an 8-piece gong set called the kulintang. The most challenging part of the performance is about to come, the bamboo dance sequence. The finale happens when the hero Bantugan overpowers Saling Nagao and rescues the princess. From the acrobatic Pungmul to the energetic and uplifting Yosakoi and the dramatic Sing-kill, 3 diverse but spectacular performance arts inspire with their energy. The vibrancy of these dancers celebrate the rich traditions of Asia and continue to live on through the passion of its people.